Hey guys, welcome. Pat Precourt here. Welcome to another Friday Coffee Break, the place where you get to come, spend some time with me, get a break from all of that out there, and a place where we can get real together. And that's really what this is all about. I've said this a million times before. Nothing happens until we get to the truth. Well, this is where we talk about the truth. So the title of today's Friday Coffee Break is What to Do When You Get Stuck, when you feel like you're always swimming upstream, like you're pushing that proverbial boulder uphill, like in Raiders of the Lost Ark. What do you do about that? What's the causation of that? And how do you fix it? Not tomorrow, not a year from now, not when the world gets all better, okay? But here and now. And a quick minute on that world thing, okay? Stop waiting for the world to get better. It's okay. It's okay the way it is. Stop waiting for it to get better for you and I to do our shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? We're going to have very little influence on it, the world. The world will work itself out. You and I got to focus on, well, you and I. So let's get started here. So stay with me on this and don't get too off base when I say what I'm about to say, but I needed to start this conversation. Every single thing that you and I have in our lives, we have attracted. Everything. The good, the great, and the bad, the ugly. Every single thing we've attracted. And that's a truthful statement. Now, let me explain that, and I'm going to tell you how this flows in here, okay? See, everything in the world is energy. That's been proved a long time ago. And energy cannot be destroyed. Once it's created, which is constantly flowing, it cannot be destroyed. It can change forms. It can't be destroyed. But everything is energy. Everything you can see, touch, feel, this, that, those, these, me, everything is energy. The rocks I'm standing on are energy. Anything that's made up of molecules, which are made up of atoms, which are made up of fastly moving subatomic particles, is our energy. Everything. It's constantly flowing, and it varies in vibration rate. Bad energy, low vibration rate. Great energy, high vibration rate. What you put out, you get back. What you put out, you attract back. Now, I told you, everything you have in your life, you have attracted. Me too. Good and bad. So, Pat, I get some shitty stuff in my life. I didn't ask for that. I didn't say you asked for it. I said you attracted it. You put out and you got back. Every single time you've worried, which are negative, low vibration thoughts, you've put out and got back. Every time you've dropped to a position of fear, very low vibration, you've put out and got back more of what you're putting out. Anger, you put out and got back more of that crap. Lack, greed, all these feelings, you put out energy, you get it back. Interesting concept, isn't it? So where do we go from here? You know, there's this source energy that I'm talking about, okay? And it flows through three controlling gates that you and I control. We can pick and choose this flow of energy that we want. See, it's constantly coming and going. Can't be destroyed, can only change forms. We get to choose what we want out of it. Remember this. Feelings don't happen to you. You do feelings. And they typically follow a decision you made to be angry, to be envious, to talk about somebody. Put out, get back. So let's talk about these three filters. And this was taught to me by a brilliant mentor of mine, Jesse Elder. Look him up. He's a awesome dude. I put him on a list of here to here. He's up here somewhere. Okay, Jesse Elder. So three gateways that you and I choose. And once we get these in harmony, once we get source energy to flow through us in a positive way that supports us, guess what? We're no longer pushing the boulder uphill constantly or swimming upstream, getting our ass kicked every single day. It's almost like there's an invisible competitor behind the scenes kicking our ass no matter what we do. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I do, because I've been there 1,000 times. So let's go through this real quick, okay? Number one, okay, now three things. Look at an acronym of APC. Authenticity, power, and clarity. I want to start with clarity because it's one of the toughest ones, okay? We've got to be crystal clear in what we want. When we put out a message to the universe, to source energy, we want to get it back, exactly what we want. When we put out a mixed message, we get exactly that back, a mixed message. Okay? So let's just say hypothetically, you want, use a metaphor of color, you want green in your life. I don't even know what mixes, I know what mixes with green. All right, so everything you want more green, more green, more green, more green, and you're walking down the road, bop, 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 green, green, green. Oh, look at that. Look what, hang on, look what I found. I found yellow. Look at what a pretty yellow. Looks like a freaking canary. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Oh, green, green. See these things? You see these green, yellow, green, green. You know what the universe gives us back now? Orange. What do we do with orange? We wanted green. We distracted over to yellow. We get orange. We've been working hard. We've been doing the right stuff, but we're not getting the results we look for. Anyone feel like that? You've got to find clarity in your message. You can't serve two masters at one time. So bring this back to reality. You cannot hold a positive thought, and all thoughts attract like thoughts. You cannot hold a positive thought when you're holding a negative thought. And anytime you look at yourself and feel that you lack something and you feel bad about it, that's a negative thought. Anytime you worry, that's a negative thought. Anytime you get all stressed out, that's a negative thought. And you attract more of that. Blocks out the positive thoughts. So number one, clear this shit up. Get focused. Know exactly what you want and put that message out there. And that takes us on to number two, power. Power is you putting it out there. You know, there's three roles you can play in this wonderful, abundant world of ours. You can be a spectator, you can be a participant, or you could be the creator. The one that creates and forces everything around it to react to your creation. And that's power. And when you take absolute clarity and you add power to it, now you're bringing your clear message to the universe. And the more you put it out, the more you get back. You see how those two work together? Listen, I understand there's a time and a place to spectate and a time and a place to participate. But we grow when we create. We grow when we stand up and say, I am me. We grow when we stop asking, who's going to allow me, and start asking, who the hell is going to stop me? That's what I'm talking about. That's power. And then finally, and this is the one that's so near and dear to me, and you guys will get this one, is authenticity. When you act and be and live the person you know you are supposed to be, that's being authentic. And you want to know the two things that stop us from being authentic? Number one, the fear of rejection of others. And two, the constant striving for somebody to justify that it's okay for us to do it. Bullshit. You are magnificent the way you are. You just got to let the world see that. The only one holding you back is you. You think anyone out there, anywhere, has the right to tell you to be anything less than you are? And the answer is hell no. No freaking way. It's time you believe in you and show that to the world. So to summarize this, okay? When we're hitting barriers that just seem ruthless and we keep trying harder and we get more orange, remember, green, yellow, more orange, no matter how hard we try, we just keep getting more of the same, okay? Trying harder is not the answer. As a matter of fact, you know it's working when things get easier, when you get in the zone, when you get in the flow. That's telling you that these three gateways are working together, that you're in the flow with source energy. Be clear on what it is you want. The way you ask the universe is show them clarity in your question. Be consistent and stop changing directions. Okay? Number two, be a creator. Don't sit there and participate or spectate. At least participating, you have an experience. Spectating is not even an experience. You sit there. You want to know this is how it typically happens? Creators create. They put themselves on a chopping block. They put themselves out there. Participants buy into it, but they become, well, they react. To the creator. Spectators, nothing happens. They sit there, critique, find reasons not, blame, argue, whine, bitch, and eventually regret having done nothing their entire freaking life. Okay, so get clarity, bring it to the world with power, and bring in authenticity. Let you be you, the person you know you're meant to be. This is Pat Precourt with this week's Friday Coffee Break. Peace.